Hello, fabulous Virgo. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of October 2015, General Focus. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. This month represents some really important changes for you, some wonderful changes for you, and some wonderful progress for you as well. We've got some really harmonious things taking place, some of which is going to speak to your experience in love. So I will save that for the love-focused horoscope. But when we look at your sky from a general perspective, there's lots going on, and really you are at the center of a party, if you will, that is only growing as the days go forward. And that is largely because you are going to have, on the one hand, Venus enter your sky. And before the month begins, actually, Mars enters your sky, your sign. And then we've got Jupiter, particularly active in your sign as well, having the first of a series of rare and supremely harmonious conversations with Pluto. Now, what's also taking place is some confusion as the month begins, and it ultimately lends itself to breakthroughs, clarity, an understanding of who you are, and an understanding of where it is that you need to go now and for the immediate future as well. So that's really summing up a more personal process in the first few days of the month. Be mindful. Okay, what we are going to have is Mars in your sign opposing Neptune in your opposite sign. That can be deception, okay, not seeing things so clearly or just getting the wrong information. It might not be conscious. It's not like someone's trying to deceive you, but in all honesty, that may be the case also. So you just want to be really mindful, okay, like especially if you're dealing with new people, and also be really mindful around financial matters as well. And the reason that I say that is because we have this new moon happening in the middle of the month, and this new moon is happening right across the sky from Uranus, and both of these configurations, so the new moon and Uranus, both are in financial houses for you. So when I see this, it does suggest sort of jumps in income, right? It could like jumps in income and jumps in spending. Jumps in what's coming in, but also jumps in what has to go out. And so there's an element there of things not being easily necessarily on a plateau, right? It's like the opposite of a plateau. So what's happening there is there likely might be some opportunity. There likely might be an opportunity that comes out of nowhere. That opportunity will be either to earn more money or to spend more money as well. But again, I would just advise you to be careful. Right around the same time at this new moon, we have got Mercury standing still and going direct in the same part of the sky. And as I said earlier, we've got Mars sort of dancing with Neptune and dancing with Jupiter this month as well in your sign. So I put that together, and it does suggest to me Uranus is very much about truth, about the reveal, about the revelation, about accepting what is, and about finally seeing the truth, quote unquote, the truth. And Neptune is not about that at all. Neptune is about like everything totally opposite. So the fact that both of these energies are very active around the given time suggests to me the real need to, on the one hand, play it a little conservative, right? Especially with new people and meeting new people, but also do strive to, and especially if you are seeing a chance at resolution, especially if there has been an ongoing matter where it comes to a settlement that you've been waiting on, financial matters, benefits you might have been waiting on, or even just a matter of spending that's been going on in a particular area that you now wish to bring to a close. I mean, all of that could get a very quick turnaround. And to make it work to your advantage, you're going to have to practice a level of acceptance. Accepting what it is that presents itself to you, and knowing, having that faith within you that you are moving towards greater prosperity without a doubt. So continue to trust this energy. You're coming into the month with an energy of prosperity as well, of making a smart decision where it comes to money, a smart opportunity showing up for you. So continue to ride that energy, but keep in mind when that comes along, Mercury, your ruling planet, is retrograde in a financial house. So I have a feeling as this new month comes up, or rather this new moon rather comes up, you are getting some insight, you are getting some clarity, and you are getting some very fresh understanding into just what it is that is happening in terms of your money, in terms of your finances. It's like all of a sudden things become a lot clearer as well. So play it really conservative in the early part of the month where it comes to your money, and don't just hand it over. Don't make a large purchase in the early part of the month, especially just because you're going to need that little bit of time, need that little bit of buffer. And also that will then help you to access the much more positive and hopeful energy that is taking place. Now, as I said, some of it's going to play out in love, but really you've got Jupiter in your sign making the first of a series of very supremely harmonious conversations with Pluto. And this can bring with it just such remarkable turnarounds, remarkable changes, and really almost like the change that you've been waiting for kind of energy, where it almost touches on like dream come true kind of energy as well, with the real potential for wealth. Now, I would also say, you know, especially in the middle of the month, you might want to, or you might consider buying a lottery ticket. Okay, that's one way. Like I said, there's this up and down happening with money, and particularly with Jupiter and Pluto speaking. Now, ordinarily, these aren't planets that would be associated with, you know, lottery winnings, but these planets are positioned in a way that does suggest a windfall is possible. But because of the signs the planets are in, the nature of the planets, it's likely something you've been working towards for a while, and finally some payoff, some big and lovely payoff does take place for you. What I love about this month for you is that you are making changes. You are thinking about your happiness and your joy and your creativity and what it is that you really want to do. And you're getting news that reaches right to the heart of you, whether it's good news around how happy you can be, right? Good news that ultimately elates you and makes you feel like all the things you ever wanted are coming true. But it might also be good news around a child, or good news around one of your children if you have them, or good news around wanting children. Also, lots of support for that as well. Ultimately, this is a month of growth, a month of possibility, a month where things can be more than you ever knew them to be before. So trust the events now. Trust what seems to be going up and down. Trust yourself above and beyond anything else. And you certainly will find yourself moving in a direction that leaves you happier and more prosperous, more abundant than you knew yourself to be before.